What's up everyone, welcome back. How long's it been now? 10 days? 2 weeks? Call of Duty since it came out? Something like that? I don't know, I think it's 10 days, coming on the 7th, isn't it? And already everyone is getting on this whole thing of skill-based matchmaking, whether it's in the game or not in the game. First of all, go and watch a video by The Murder Show. I'll try and link it in the description if I can remember to do it. Go and watch this video because he brings up a very good point about skill-based matchmaking. Look, skill-based matchmaking has been in Call of Duty for a long time, a lot longer than people think about. Going back to Black Ops 2, it's been in the game since like Black Ops 2, maybe even before, but definitely Black Ops 2. I've done a little bit of research, watched some videos on it, watched some videos on previous Call of Duty games, and it was definitely in the game in Black Ops 2. Whether it was strong or not strong, it was in the game. And it's quite funny when there are people out there saying about skill-based matchmaking. I'm not going to say whether it's in the game or not in the game, because I really don't give a fuck, to be honest. I mean, it doesn't really matter in the modern Call of Duty, because whether it's in the game or not in the game, the way the maps are laid out in any of the Call of Duties now, it's just so chaotic. You're getting shot in the back, left, right and centre. So it doesn't really matter whether skill-based matchmaking is in the game or not. But there are a lot of people saying that it is. Right, but you get the same people saying that skill-based matchmaking is in the game and then posting pictures of the gameplay or whatever on Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, whatever the media may be. They're posting pictures of them so-called backpacking, air quotes, backpacking their team, where they're going 30-3 and the rest of the team can't even go positive. Now, if skill-based matchmaking was in the game, surely those people would not be in that game with that said person. Surely. So that's kind of contradicting what they're saying. I mean, yes, it does feel a little bit more sweaty than it did before, but maybe, and just maybe, that's because a lot of the people that are playing Call of Duty, like myself, have been playing it for a long time since Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare came out. Maybe that is the reason, because people are a lot more used to the game than what they used to be, and people are more familiar with it, and people can work out I don't know, the best guns to use, or it's any of that kind of bullshit. You see what I'm saying? People get a lot more skilled. Oh, every time I do a comment on my phone, so that a lot of people get more skilled at playing the game because they've been playing it for fucking 10 years or so. I mean, and the people that are going really, really negative, maybe they're people that are just joined the game for the very first time. They've come back because they're like, oh my god, there's no more boost packing, there's no more of this jumping around everywhere. I want to play Call of Duty because it's boots on the ground or whatever. Or maybe because it's gone back to World War II. Like The Murder Show said, and you should go and watch this video, he said you wouldn't put a featherweight boxer against a heavyweight boxer. So why in Call of Duty would you make it that it's just done on connection, and that way you might go into lobby and you'll be a beast and destroying everyone, and then somebody else might be in that same game who's just new to Call of Duty, has never played it before, and they keep getting destroyed over and over again. So maybe the skill-based matchmaking isn't such a bad thing, and it's just trying to help people get used to the game. And people might go, well, back in the day when I was playing it, we used to have to try and get used to the game. We got destroyed over and over again. Maybe that was true then. But maybe now they're trying to get people to come back to the franchise. Maybe skill-based matchmaking is there to a certain degree, but not as much as everyone thinks it is. Like I said, you wouldn't get those lobbies with people on your team going negative. And don't get me wrong, I go negative. And yes, my KD in this game is worse than any other Call of Duty that I've played. Any other Call of Duty, including Advanced Warfare, which supposedly had the worst skill-based matchmaking in any game. I'm just putting it out there. I mean, whether it is, whether it isn't, it's not going to go away. But I think at the end of the day, it's always going to be based on connection more before the rest of it. And the other thing to think about is that probably the average players out there have got probably a minus KD or a 1 KD, around that kind of area. So if it was skill-based matchmaking, it's going to be matching all those people that are a 1 KD all together. So if you start getting higher than that, then you're going to not be matched with those kind of people, because I'd imagine there's not that many people with really, really high KD, because most people that play this game are casual players. They're not like pro players. I mean, there's people that make a living out of this and play this all the time, and they probably are better than everyone else. But I reckon there's more people with a 1 KD than there are with a 2 or 3 or 4 KD. So kind of Whether it's in the game or not in the game, it doesn't really matter. It's not changed anything. And what's it matter at the end of the day? What's it matter? You can't come out here beasting on every single game. You never used to be able to before anyway. Anyway, that's all I got. See you later. Bye.